Summary: African History / Heritage, K, Class 11. Ancient Egypt, also known as Kemet, Tamari, is located on the northeastern section of the continent of Africa. According to some historians, the history of Egypt stretched as far back as 3200 BCE. It is the Nesut, known as Nama, which some refer to as Menes, who united the two lands, Upper Kemet and Lower Kemet. Some historians and archaeologists think that he is the Scorpion King. Blessed love. Summary: Astronomy K, Class 11. The Moon and the phases of the Moon. And we begin at the new moon. From new moon, waxing crescent. First quarter, waxing gibbous. Full moon, waning gibbous. Last or final quarter, waning crescent. Blessed love. And we definitely say blessed love to each and every one. Yes, we definitely give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie first. Honorable Priest Isaac here, shock of the hour. And the mighty Honorable Priest Itafa, the one Horace Watson should be checking in any moment now. Yeah, once again, okay, we're definitely here. The Honorable Priest Itafa has joined us. Once again, blessed love to the full shock of the hour mystic vibration, you know, our audience and our family. We're definitely going to have a wonderful program this evening. Blessing up the Honorable Priest. Honorable Priest Itafa, blessed love.
Heart of love, my Lord, you know.
True, my Lord.
Thanks, you know.
Give thanks for even accepting the invitation to come in and sup with us and, you know, spend a moment. You don't know, my Lord, is the Black Christ salvation we want to really speak of this evening, you know, Rastafari business. And you don't know, I know you know, you're very close to the headquarters right now, in the sense of, you know, in Jamaica, really. And so you know exactly what's going on the grounds. But to be honest, as a man that trod with the Honorable King Emmanuel, as a man that was an ambassador, is an ambassador to the King of Kings, you know. I know we had an interview earlier about 8 years ago, I think I just man Prince, about 8 years ago in St. Lucia, and the shock of the hour, and you really opened the heavens there, you know. So I was saying if we could have an encore or something like that, or at least a part 2 today, but I know you're going to be greater than all of that, man. So, you know, people hear me all the time, my Lord. If I could introduce yourself to our audience and maybe say 1-2 words about yourself, and then we get into the reasoning. Blessed.
True. I am, you know, the right Honorable Priest Itafa, you know. I've been, you know, with this order from 1977, you know.
No.
And, you know, give thanks, you know, for moving through, you know, give thanks for the man in us, you know, moving through, you know. So could I even stand up, see me and show forth his glory, you know. But the man said, show me your work, you know, and I glorify your Father in Zion, you know, which is, you know, the right Honorable Prince Emmanuel'S. Holy Emmanuel'S, Selassie. Yeah.
Rastafari. Yes, King. You know, before I go into the depths, you know, like you were saying something there, but I can still have to jump in front. I want you to give us an idea of how did I come into this faith, you know? Where did it be first time you meet Melchizedek, or even prior to that? How did I come to take up this order of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, the Bobby Shandy order?
Well, you know, it started as a youth, you know, was a whole house of us, you know, young Rastafari seeking the truth and the right, you know. So we used to gather ourselves every Wednesday, you know. And we used to buy our food co-op and them thing there, you know. So we had decided to go to Jamaica. This was in 1975, 76, you know. So we had go buy a piece of land in Jamaica and live as Rastafari. But, you know.
So wait, them time in New York?
Naturally, New York.
Okay, true. Irene, natural. Go true.
A virgin named Jabrandel, you know, start showing up a Rasta man where live up in the hills, you know. Where I peer, you know, peer, you know, oneness and thing, and we say we got to seek it out, you know. So above name Prophet Fai tried out and Prophet Jasty and I, man, you know, as if reach up on the hill and them time that His Majesty may have said straight, you know.
Yes, well, we tell us His
So as we reach up on
good.
I reach up on the hill, man, and say, you know, glorify His Majesty, you know, and give thanks to the God of our praises, and, you know, I show for His Majesty, I must say, yeah, man, at the right place for there, you know. So from them time, them just the one way, you know.
True, man.
Way, you know.
Never. So the first time you go up there is the first time you're seeking Emmanuel?
Natural, one way trip, you know, straight up there. 1977.
And them time you never move again?
No, I never moved till a couple of years after. Like in the 80s.
Yeah, man, a good couple of years, man. True. Well, I mean, 77, you know, you're talking about around the time I born, eh? So, you know, when you call them years, I say, well, okay, that's a while, you know, if you want to put it that way. So, my lord, so to me, it's very important when, especially if we record in the history, you know, that we have a understanding of, you know, the I self now, you personally. As I said, I know for sure that every man have his office. And as I said, prior to this interview, you already give me a good understanding of the office that you held and certain works that you did within that office. This is what I really would like from you even, you know, this evening, that you could express to the audience, number one, the office that you had, you know, the ambassador office, if that's the right term to give it. And even if you could explain how you get that office, how you come into that office, and, you know, just give us a little rundown on the works that you had to perform, you know, in the mandate of the Black Rights. Bless.
You know, reach, you know,
a blaze in a chalice, eh? You ain't got the chalice there?
No, I'm not.
I should have tell you, bring a pipe, man. But got you, man. You done no social burning. Go ahead.
That's right.
True, man.
Yeah, you know, reach, you know, at that young age and thing, you know, just coming out of foreign, you know, and their own, you know, from one gates to the other gates, you know, learning and building myself within a right, you know.
True, man.
And me reach, you know, peer angel, me say, you know, peer, you know, militant, you know, fancy, me say, you know. Rastafari, you know, true movements, you know. So me glorify, you know, and give thanks, you know, with their own and bounce round and go on, you know, to more angel come in, you know, see me from foreign and, you know, and the things start step up certain way, you know. But on that time, a black supremacy book it alright. And the black supremacy book it alright, you know. One of the brethren didn't make a mistake and kind of put in film image, you know, and other thing and cast I think, you know. So if I'm right on there, so I man start move around, you know, His Majesty the same, you know.
So wait, you know, I don't want to cut the story. Let me get that straight. The black supremacy was being put together. And a brethren put his picture, I guess where King Emmanuel picture supposed to be.
True.
Okay, so in short, you fill up his space.
Not really I still, but I want us come in and start do some writing same way, you know.
Oh, I thought maybe get a judgment for that.
Yeah, I got that judgment same way, you know.
Right. Alright, got you.
But you set myself as a worker, you know. And the good thing the man ready to make the move, you know. So the man start moving some other way different if I'm in courts, you know. Start setting me on outer courts move, you know. Them time the Maurice Bishop, you know, was alive and he used to come at university. So I managed to get letter and pamphlet to carry a game, you know. Show him the judgment right ahead of him. So from them time I man a circle around till one time we try to get a radio program from E.A.B.I.C. So it did give a struggle, you know. So I'm not sure that I said, why that are the people them stubborn, you know, man, it's a struggle thing, man. So that I sure I say, you know, you have to be a diplomat, you know. You have to, the next day, me and the Virgin named Priest Bud, you know, and then I gone and you know, me and him used to move straight, you know. They were reaching at the place and the place empty. So when I was going on them desk and sit down and cock up my foot on them desk. The same time come in and start. I said, well, I must be yourself, man. Where I try reach where we leg or where I come from. You know, see it and right there, so being a diplomat now that just cut down everything and then start, you know, to send me to the edit and reach to Mr. Hall, you know, Mr. Hall, I tell him, well, it's too long, you know, I can shorten the words and thing, you know. So when it bust through and it come on, you know, reach and first year in night, you know, bring cold chill bumps all around, you know. So from there, so that move me certain way now and start, you know. Send me upon certain other international move, you know. To the United Nations, carry letter certain way up at University of Jamaica. So from there, so we start meet other ones and one other diplomats, you know. Even the Nigerian ambassador, you know. Invite them up a yard and them come and, you know. Congress start step up out here a certain way, you know. They glorify, you know. When we reached there, the Congress was a national Congress, you know. Ethiopia, Africa National Congress. But when it step up certain way and one start coming from all islands and things, just well, international beat national all the time, you know. So step up and think to international, you know. So we're up on the road, you know, Ethiopia Africa Black International, you know, Congress Church of Salvation, you know.
My Lord. Give thanks, you know. You mentioned Maurice Bishop. I know, you know, the audience have a sharp audience here still, you know, but it's still a learning process. Everybody don't really know everything. But Maurice Bishop now is that revolutionary, you know what I mean, Prime Minister of Grenada amongst us. And at that time, even some of our Caribbean leaders, we're talking about, what are we talking about? Early 1980s, right? Early 80s. There you go, yeah. And you know, at that time, a lot of them Caribbean leaders, even around here, I was young, but I know the history. They were kind of backing off, you know what I mean? Because remember Ronald Reagan and Americans, so kind of watching him. Even when he go to America, so you're saying that you meet him personally and deliver the message to him, the letter?
Naturally.
I'm interested. I haven't come across that specific pamphlet, because if it's one thing, Bobo have enough pamphlet, but you could give an idea of you know, King Emmanuel's feeling towards him, or what he would have said to him in that document.
Well, that is a glorify him, see me and I show him the danger, you know, where I had him, where America planned for him, you know.
Imagine that.
But he was a revolutionist, you know, the man was stand strong, see him and not do him thing, you know. You know, say in spirit live on, see him, you know, as a revolutionist. You
know? Because, you know, as you know, America take him out afterwards, so I mean, it's clear as crystal. You know, they have a next.
Even Jamaica and the Caribbean involved, all of them go down there on the man, you know.
Well, actually, it's, I always call her Margaret Thatcher. What her name is, man? Dominica. Eugenia Charles, you know. Eugenia Charles had a big hand in that too, you know. Even when Ronald Reagan was saying that he going to invade Grenada, she was right next to him. And you know, if you ever see the video, you could see her looking down like if she kind of shame, you know, and feel away. Yeah. But
well,
yeah.
I see him plan where I go on right now, you know. It's just that the man really stand firm in them freedom, you know. But I see him plan where them are going, but now them are bring chemical and disease, all kind of thing in it. But I see him all other plan them depend from them time, you know.
They have a pamphlet.
Give thanks to Baba.
Yeah, they have a pamphlet. I came across it a long time ago, and I just came across it like about 9 months ago. I didn't get a copy of it. It's a pamphlet. The Honorable, I got it from the Honorable Priest Westmore, Kes Westmore, Priest Richie. The pamphlet itself. You're speaking about the radio station. It's, oh, you go, JBC, right? King Emmanuel was...
Oh, JBC.
Yeah, King Emmanuel. I think that and another one, but King Emmanuel sent some letters to these stations concerning a program that he had on the air. And he was saying that because they either shift around the program or play half the program or some little thing, and well, I shouldn't say little thing, because the father saying, well, listen, man, he's suing them for millions, and he have the thing well documented and how much millions and for what reason. And the name come up in one of them pamphlets, eh? Something about priest Itafa. Yeah, I have to know what they're talking about.
Yeah, well, so like I say, we bust them barrier this year, you know, but yeah. Even the Queen of England, one time she come out Jamaica Stadium and just get a letter for carry up there with 3 princesses, you know. Says them go forth and get the bouquet, and them carry some bouquet of flowers, you know. When I forward the letter for girl now, our bodyguard them jump in front and say, well, you know, she can't receive my letter, I would have to carry to the king's house, you know. So I just saw me carry the letter there and deliver it, you know. But I write in front of my arm there, I get the letter same way, you know. So the man moved terrible in the earth, you know. Some place where him put I and I, you know, marvel him and I oneself, you know.
You know, because you see, as simple as it is, and the conversation just start, we just got into a couple minutes. And anyone that listening can see, we done, you know what I mean, leaps and bounds as it relates to geopolitics. And I know you're just reminiscing in your heavens, you know, you're just like you're picking a thing or two, you know, because I know for sure nothing come out the bucket yet, you know. So you know, Amaris Bishop, big character you just call you, you know what I mean? You know, a Nigerian ambassador, as a big thing. I mean, then you're talking about international radio program and documents about suing radio program for millions of dollars. As I said, yeah, name mentioned in the document. You know, as if one want to say the I just talking your own thing, man can pull the document and read the name in it. And now you're talking about the Queen of England now. You know, you approach with three princesses. Three or four, you say? Four.
Not
Yeah, man.
three princesses.
Three princesses. Well, there's obviously a science within that. So there's a lot of diplomatic vibration here, you know, being expressed. So the Queen of England, from where you were, you could see her.
Natural. She was right in front of you know. So I right after the incident, now the say, well, you know, to put the woman them in front, you know. And from around there, so the woman freedom league start develop,
you know. I just have to marvel, my lord. These are cultures that we culture all the time, you know. Put the woman up front, put the woman, you know, we talk a lot, but now, look how I just deliver it now on a platter and show, well, this is, and the whole logics of it. Because one empress now, you know, when I had Honorable Priest Chris and the program like a strong ago, you know, Priest Chris that used to work in the office with King Emmanuel. I know we have several Priest Chris. Right. True, my lord. You know, and he spoke of, you know, to put the woman up front vibration, but, you know, he said now, you know, the father showed that to the Queen of England, he specified the Queen of England. He didn't give you a story, you know, as Manda say on the altar, what you don't hear from one angel, you're going to hear from the next. So he said now that the father said that King Emmanuel said that, listen, man, the Queen of England is a female, you know what I mean? So when you send the woman up front now, you know, you could feel the passion of the woman, or the compassion, I should say, the compassion, not just the passion, the compassion of the woman. So the way you explain it now, the three princesses, you know, but when you're stepping up, you know what I mean, it's like a blockage, as if, well, maybe if it was a woman, she would have get it right from the woman hand. So, yeah, man, high science, man. Give thanks, give thanks to them strength in my Lord. I want to ask you something about the Nigerian ambassador, but I don't know if you want to say anything else on that Queen visit there.
No, just that, you know, I was 40, it was in the days of the 40 days, in the days of the Lent, you know, Lent season, them things that take place, you know. So, you know, so I have to do a double day of fasting that time. So I have to make a journey that King goes now, reaching in time for breakfast, you know.
My Lord, you know, I know a lot of ones checking this, keeping a jar, you know, and it's not no disrespect to ones that is not Bobo or livid, but you know, I may not have ever, you know, tried with the black rice, like, you know, in them levels there, but I definitely know that I've experienced the glory right at the foundation, just years after the man make that tradition, you know. So this is why, you know, certain things that they are saying, you know, I don't know, ones that know the art and the culture, certain things that they are saying is like you just put in you know, like a cover on it. I mean, I don't know if you remember, right? I'm going to take a little talking time now, feel no. I don't know if you remember, right? That when we did that interview there and the food of 7, you showed me, you know, that the time you went out to the road and everything, and a family, is a family, someone was asking about God, and you're showing them, you know, God up the mountain and all of that. And they weren't believing you. And he said, when you went back, you showed King Emmanuel, look like showing them the eye and so and so and so. And he showed the eye, well, listen, my lord, next time show them of yourself. You know what I mean? Because God within you, so and so. Now, before you told me that, I always hear that culture boy, a brethren, man. But man, we say a brethren, man, not calling him. A brethren went through the time. And so and so. And when he come back, just tell him, a brethren, a brethren. Now, what you tell me a while ago, I know some people didn't hear it now, but I'm going to bring it back alive. I always hear this reasoning of a brethren that went out to road to do a work for Jah during the 40 Lent fast. And when he came back, I don't know if they say he was doing breaking it at 6, but whatever. He come back too late. And they say the reasoning coming through, you know, fasting reasons. And one would say, you know, sometimes Jah give a man a freedom, you know. But this bread, you know, just say, well, my lord, you got to go next round again, you know. Like a double fast. And you now giving me the live story that, well, I assume is the I. Because man, I always say, a brethren. You know, I mean, it's real-time prophecy, you know. I'm not talking plenty, you know, not feeling away, and even to the audience. Maybe today I have a laid-back vibes too, but, you know, but give thanks to that strength there too, you know. But sorry, got you though. Got you if you want to say something.
No, because I say, I see me, I just the art, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Positive, positive. So, Mr. the Nigerian ambassador now.
Well, in the on a route now, every time me used to go up a UA, we'd have to pass this off. So, you know, we just say we have to check him one day, and we go there and them and say, you know, they have to come back, I will come back, and we have a couple of times, and so we catch him one time, you know, and we invite him and him come in, and him love it. Him like the thing we have to, you know. The pipe. Yeah, man. The next time come forward, you know, with him son, you know. And all last Sabbath with John. They will set up a seminar, one conference, you know, where the X flag are drop and the red, gold, and green arise, you know, the red, black, and green arise. But same time, to choose a fling way to go to the United Nations. Same time, the anthem are sing, you know, and the flag rising thing, you know. So like one of the girls look on the daughter and I tell the daughter, say, well, you know, reverence, for all our reverence. So same time the daughter be obedient and put her on her side, and the whole other part of the film never get recorded, you know. I just peer ground when it comes to that point there. So when you review forward, you know, that's say, no man, I sabotage this. So everything go on, you know. And no one ever really come up and show forth where go on. Everyone keep everyone in a suspense.
So you say the Jamaican flag drop. That day.
Yeah, while Jamaican flag are drop, the red, gold, and green arise, you know.
So we put up the Jamaican flag purposely to go through that ceremony
just for
there.
that ceremony there.
That's an interesting one there, man. I So, but now I would like a clarity though. The Nigerian ambassador now. I hear of the Nigerian ambassador coming forward. Is it reality that he was given a moment to sit in the mercy seat during some sort of service?
Well, yeah, no, I just this box.
Okay, sorry, you break up. Not you break up, but the phone break up a little bit. Say that again.
The justice box are right in there, so the mercy seat there, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Right. So he's.
Yeah, we declare forward to the congregation, you know.
Right, natural.
That you couldn't go up on the altar, and, you know. So that's why the justice box is there.
Okay. So it's not a case. It's not a case that is,
you know, woman freedom.
It's not a case that he's sitting in the mercy seat like how I get the story a kind of way, you know how it is, you know. So sometimes I like clarity. I live on clarity. And the impression I get is, you know what I mean, just free up the man and say, you know what I mean, take his seat or whatever, and the man just backs and relaxing and service going on. That's the impression I get. I just show you in the eye. But
well,
Yeah.
Within such a the service are going on, the mercy seat there in the justice box right there, the altar and the priest that on the altar carry out the service. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not yet.
The more time when the priest then would have say, well, would have turn over to the chairman, who are chair such thing, So I guess the chairman would have given it to the international, I guess, and the justice seat, the mercy seat.
Positive, man, positive. Yes, we are here reasoning with the Honorable Priest Itafa, Honorable Priest Horace Watson. At the moment he reasoning to us from in Jamaica there, Bulbe, 9 miles Bulbe. I come into real time and what's going on in the camp and how things, all with the lockdown, but I'm not ready for that yet at all. As I said, the Honorable Priest is as you could hear from the testimony that the Honorable Priest is giving, definitely, obviously at that time a chief ambassador for King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, who we see as the ambassador of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, the Most High. And so we give thanks that we, that are working angels under the sun. As the man says, you see I and I, you see the Son, and when you see the same Son, you see the Father. So we are thankful for even that. So yes, Honorable, as a Congress, we stand statical and churchical, governmental and parliamental. So that governmental and government to government business, obviously, again, you would have handled a lot of that. And that's a very key part. One's talk about the Black Supremacy book, as you mentioned before, and many ones, even ones that may be seeking for Bubba Shanti. Many times you hear them ask, you sell Black Supremacy book and these different things, which I personally don't. But I know for a fact, when they're looking for a Black Supremacy book, it was the same thing with I and I. Maybe they're looking for a book, like maybe a little Bible or a book with the rules, but when you get the book, it's not just, but the majority of the book basically is correspondence, to the leaders of the world, So as the I say, you have presented even to the United Nations, I would like you to, give us a little better comprehension of where this Congress really stands as it relates to the United Nations. Even from that time, there's a lot of names you would hear, like Bhagwa Singh and different ones, from the United Nations, Roy Crooks and these different ones, which will have corresponded with King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, and as it relates to Freedom, Redemption, International Repatriation, and the Jamaican government, as it relates to even the letters that Haile Selassie I brought forward to Jamaica. What would you know of these letters, and of course that interaction you had with the United Nations? Because I know everything linked up in one.
Yeah, but I way before one time from 1967, I arrived to the United Nations, same way, And even, I will forget how hard in 1968, same way, But they made bulldozer the foundation and said that the man dead, So,
Okay.
right, so, I bring back all the blockage, within such freedom movement, of repatriation, So let me give the award to Rita King, So even one at a time, they may set up the seabed authority in Jamaica, and we'll go down there with that on a delegation. And I can't really remember the man's name, but the man sure that I say a name up on the roster. And no one is ready to take it off. So from the 60s, early 60s, that I communicate with the United Nations.
The name on my tongue, you know, it's just not coming off my tongue, man. I mean, it's something we recite every now and again, man. You know, his name right in the Black Supremacy book, man. We talk about it all the time, man. But yeah, it's right, yeah. The man that met him at the, I don't know if it was what the house name, Myrtle House, one of them places.
No, it was at the Seabed conference. Them ended up in a Seabed authority downtown there, down in the harbor there.
And Coretta Scott King is who get the award. That's Martin Luther King's wife.
Yeah, Martin Luther King's wife. Yeah, naturally.
Right. Positive. So even as a time like now, you know, since King Emmanuel got that reconnection with the UN again,
True.
you know, where would you say the Congress stand at this moment here? I know we're still doing the works and sending forth letters.
Sure. Well, you know, that always shows the United Nations, they're not really there on our side still, you know. But we have to still use them as a security, you see it. But they're not really there on the black man and the black woman's side, you know. But I must say, we know as a people, you know, need to start a people to people freedom movements. I even send some delegation in Africa to start the people to people. I find say the United Nations and the government, them are work together, you know. Hold down you know, the African children, you know, and even try to take away our land, you know. So the man assures we need to start a people to people movements, you know. So and the movements that we're on right now, you know. Or we can build ourselves to that, you know, oneness to people, you know. Or brother and sister can know us well, you know, we're upon the one works, you know. And we need, you know, each other to accomplish the works, you know. All the white men and the Indian and the China, them not really, all they want is the resource. They don't really want Diana.
Yes, my Lord. Yes, I give thanks, you know. So, since you mentioned what King Emmanuel said about the UN, because you see the UN thing now, anyone that is in any sort of studying, all know with the corona thing and this and that and World Health Organization, we will be mad to trust these people here. And what I'm saying now,
I'm a part of it, man.
Right, though what I'm saying now, King Emmanuel is a timely man, and I was speaking of this with the Honorable Priest Chris as well. When I say timely man now, you know, not because we in a different level now, we stuck, meaning that King Emmanuel is progressive. 31st of May 1994, the man make a move from amongst us. We can't stick at the spot. Now the reason why I'm saying this, because even prophetically, if this is not done, it's gonna do, whether through man's hand, lightning, thunder, earthquake, it will happen. All right. If I'm wrong, tell me. Not wrong, I can't be wrong, but if I misunderstood something or whatever, you explain it to me. My understanding is that we're supposed to, at some time, obviously, drop that United Nations banner and rise our Black United Nation banner, if I'm not mistaken, has already been designed and exists. Am I correct?
Correct. Well,
when we gonna do that?
Well, that is the head, you know, of the Black United Nation. You know, the Black Secretary General of the Black United Nation.
Positive.
So, set up a Black United Nation banner, you know. But we know working with the United Nation banner through His Majesty was the head chairman of the League of Nations before them turn it over to the United Nations, you know. So right now, through His Majesty, we are agitating under that banner to them set up certain principle of human rights where certain article was to be upheld by our government, you know. So under those, you know, article we are agitating for such right, you know, of the poor and the have not, you know, and the freedom of the slave children that, you know, is exiled abroad through slavery, you know, and we would allow reach the legal name, the thing, the Geneva Convention, you know, the International Court of Law, you know, with the case. So that I will say we need some good lawyer, you know, to step to the International Court under the international principle of human rights, you know, which is being violated by our government. So we live in the United Nations, so we're calling them to justice by living it, you know, and we know them violate, them not living it, you know. But even the first article say all human beings is born free and equal, you know, so them not living it, you know. So we're calling upon them through international law of justice, you know. But through them all them little thing and some circle game and some governmental thing, you know. Them a pitch board and I said go check those people over there and check those offices over there, you know. Just a carrying a circle, you know. But you just must have time I go tell, you know. So we just go and work with you until, you know, they're ready, you know.
Harry, my lord, give thanks. I just taking you in, you know. Yeah. I was to ask you, in a sense, you kind of answer what I was going to ask, you know, but I'm going to still put it out still. Because, okay, let me ask you before I even go. So when the father speak of us dropping that banner and rising it, was there a time frame given or a reason given? Like, okay, for example, maybe I should just still get back to what I'm saying. So even Haile Selassie the first, from 1923-24, advocating and eventually Ethiopia into the League of Nations, you know what I mean, Guinness Book of World Record business, you know, African country amongst the European wolves, and Article 16, you know, collective security. That's what it is now, collective security for surety was dashed aside. And we all see what happened to the United Nations. Now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't encourage
League of Nations.
the League of Nations, pardon me, true. I would not give thanks for the correction there. I would not encourage no one to hold their breath, waiting on the United Nations for any true justice, even internationally. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, because everything happened for a reason. Diplomacy is for a reason. It's chess you're dealing with to a degree as well, you know. So I come into there now. So sometimes, you know, even before you react, you put things on paper and you write to the authority. And if the authority not doing nothing, you write to the high authority until you reach to the top. And if nobody taking up your plight, and you defend yourself and take the law into your own hand, even though they may say you're wrong. I mean, even on a civil matter or a domestic matter, even if they say you're wrong, you have proof to say, listen, man, I wrote the commissioner, nobody come. I wrote the prime minister, nobody come. I wrote the governor general, nobody come. I explained myself, I do a video, I send a CD, nobody come. Now I handle the business, y'all want to come arrest me. Is that right? You have a very good case, eh? Trust me. So I understand the diplomacy of it, because reality, that's what it's all about. But what I'm saying, my lord, as ones and ones within this other framework, you know, because I don't hear one's reason too heavy on it. Is there a time frame given? How long will we wait until for the United Nations to act? Is it a specific judgment that have to come on the earth where we see their demise and a gateway is open? Or we just have to act on ourselves? Because acting on ourselves, to me, seem like, because I mean, we have 7 banners. And
well, that was the 1992 program that I said mission in Africa, you know. That was the movement. That's how the program was started, you know. We should have moved, you know. It's right there, and then every man should have put a dollar there towards the program for him. Say, well, I'll build a housing scheme in Africa, you know. Just like how Marcus said, put a dollar towards the Black Star Liner. If we didn't start and put focus on, say, well, we are put even a dollar towards the work, you know, within building a housing scheme, building factories and things. Well, they are far, but we just there and we just our gears, you see it pound word sound and no action behind the movement, you see it. Most of the action are we are towards, you know, the west, you don't see it. We never put no movements to the east, like how that puts the mission to the east, you see. So until we recognize ourselves and know and start to say, well, we have a part to do with this mission, we're going to have problems here, man.
Rastafari. True, my Lord. Well, anyway, I will not prolong that reasoning there with the banner, but I know I don't put it out too, and it's something for man consider, you know, very key. Because as the father is a progressive.
That banner have to wait for fly, you know. So
okay, let me just show you. Sorry, just quickly. Why? Okay, there I know King Emmanuel and sit and sup with the man. King Emmanuel come to me like a man that by now he did just rise up already and say, my lord, just drop that banner there, my lord, and let's rise our thing. And yeah, that's the impression I get from that kind of man there. I mean, you could just tell me, you know, me not waiting and let's see if you know, just from how you explained him to me, how a priest Chris explained him to me, how a priest Earl would speak to me about him, and all the others. This is the impression I get of that man there, that sometimes he just get up and say, my lord, just drop that judgment there.
Yeah, man. And that him say, you know, himself when you find the R, man, you just drop X immediately. You just drop it immediately and walk with the R. And nobody look back on the X again, you know, see it. You don't find the R, man. So you're on the R, man, I walk now, you know, watch the X, man, again.
True, man.
See it. So other movement there, we want building our self-confidence that we want building ourselves, you know. To carry the R, man, you know, to carry the R victory with we anywhere we go.
True,
you know,
man.
see it. But we find short in more time, you see it. We waste enough time in some little thing where the big movements come like we don't even recognize or see it yet, you know.
Yeah, man, so I vision in one of those, like the flag ceremony you're talking about with the Jamaican thing there. I vision in one of those there and that thing coming down and we just playing top so that there, brother. So
no, but you say anywhere we stand, you know, we must have that banner there, you know. We must have that. If we fly the next one, you know, we supposed to have our one higher than that one there, you know. That one is supposed to 3/4 mass.
Okay. Right. Well, you see, you're teaching I too, eh? You see, that's what it is. You know what I mean? You're showing I the way said way. The elders know the way still, you know? Yeah, so you're saying it's not supposed to ever totally come down?
No. Until we reach home now, we're done. We're done. We just fly we don't fly for them one time. We are ruling now. We are governor within the our kingdom.
My lord.
So for them United Nation, we have to come stand up to our Black United Nation. It's just like Moses with the rod, you know, for them rod, you know, and Moses swallow up for them rod, you know. Them just a paper, man. Everything them just write on paper, but you know, them don't live where them write. But I and I is art, you know, we live, you know, and you can see say our liberty is our word son, you know. For them word son, I just pen and paper. Then it carry 7 or 8 different meanings.
You don't know. Like how you say that. True, my Lord. Give thanks, give thanks. So let me ask the king. I never interview no one and no ask them this thing, especially if they say they're not king, Emmanuel. So you burned chalice with King Emmanuel before?
Yeah, man. That I used to there in one room, and me and Jesus and Priest Jack used to there in the next room, you know. So even more time I come in from a mission, that I like the chalice, I get it same way, you know. I know want to go up on a mission from them come in, you know, that I like the chalice and give them, you know.
Too much.
Same way.
Wow, give thanks to that. I always man, happy here, so I ain't gonna make it get when. I always hear one saying that looking for a just stick, but okay. I always hear one saying that who is it? You, Jesus, and Honorable Priest Jesus, and who is the Priest Akil?
Priest Jackie
Priest Jackie.
Abuna.
And Priest Abuna. Okay, true man, give thanks for all that. Yeah, I always hear ones saying when, you know what I mean, the Father himself, you know what I mean, it's just chalice, you know what I mean, and the highest of grade. Priest Jaman, young Priest Jaman said, man, the Father would pack a big pipe and one dry, everything gone, eh?
Yeah, from the rise still, you know, from the rise, that day in I'm cup, you see it. Straight to when you're going forward, that day in I'm cup, you know. What time I 2, 3 cup of burn, you know, one a light and I go around the light, and next one I say no and see them, you know. So,
yeah.
Fire always a blaze, you know, fire never out.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Yeah, man, give thanks, give thanks. the Honorable Priest Dan, you know what I mean? Do give thanks for the life of the man still. Priest Dan that passed on about a year so. Yeah. But yeah, man, he does show me, you know what I mean? You know, he's a man like if he making a mission there, say 1, 2 times, you know, like he making a mission and he just report to the Father and say he making a mission and, you know what I mean, just light up one and say, my Lord, you know what I mean, before he hit the road and he like he saying, no, you know, he all right and he okay. And just insist and say, my Lord, you know what I mean, sitting and take a drive. So even man saying before they go to service, go up on the altar. You know?
Yeah, man, naturally. That leading priest through them time, that leading priest would have got to job for the opening him and you understand that. That was blessed and him was blessed same way and go up same way, you know.
Give thanks, give thanks.
Was a real father to him children them, you know.
Yes, man.
You know, hold nothing from I and I. Even more time, sometime him eat and him left I and I get it same way for, you know, partake same way, you know.
Yes, my Lord. Yeah, I know you're in as we look to seal up, you know, and I'm gonna hold it too long still.
And then that the battery are dead pan way.
But hey, but quickly, you know.
You know, let me see there too, I was still attack, so I say, why is that terrible? So
you done there, man, you know the powers, man.
I can't see you not there. So what
okay, well, yeah.
Hear me.
Yeah, hearing you good, man. Actually sealing up though. But just quickly then, I know that you know, you're in the hill, Bull Bay itself, Jamaica. You know what's going on, where they be there all the time or not. How it is with ones and ones during the corona vibes, especially with the lockdown in Bull Bay?
Well, I really don't about 2-3 miles from the camp. But
okay.
Yeah, about 2-3 miles from the camp. Really the penetration and lockdown are going where. From that side, no one can really come in and out.
But you know it's a one road, and you know that one road still, that's the road, that's the direction that you go to Kingston, isn't it?
Yeah, I just the curfew I would have to abide by, but the camp run under Emmanuel'S the same way, you know. but the curfew, you know, where you'd have to stay.
True, man. Yes, I. Well, the battery like it gone for real, and I don't know if you can hear me, but I see your microphone cut off there. So I guess you maybe, let me see if it's, yeah, like you. All right, all right. Yes, my lord, I see like your battery will be going any moment, eh? So I don't know if you hearing me anymore. I still seeing you, but I'm not hearing you. So, but give thanks. We already felt the spirit. I didn't even know your battery was going down. Yes, Honorable Prince. It looked like him there. I'm gonna just ease him up there, you know, and due respect to the king. Yeah, we do give thanks for the Honorable Priest Itafa, you know, and the strength we received even from him for such a reasoning and the conversation thereof, you know, and it was a joy, you know, definitely full joy that, and give thanks for the meditation that he brought to us, and give thanks for all the information and the inspiration as well. Thanks, Honorable Prince, for such a strength. So, of course, for those who have sat with us during such time, I wouldn't even keep you up anymore. Thanks for your moments. Give thanks for your time. You know, you give thanks for your meditation, and of course, you can replay this again and take in the information. I hope everything was clear. And of course, you know, we will see each other again. Life giver and the keeper of life. Holy Emmanuel'S, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed